you. I am so happy to be here, and I am so excited to have Jim with me because I don't know, for you all at a distance, he doesn't look much different, but he's really been through a lot in the last few weeks, and bless his heart, he took off and went to Brazil. It was less than 2 weeks after major reconstructive facial surgery, and he was on a plane and he was in Brazil. And I wasn't sad that he was. I was very proud of him. Very proud of him. And our boys looked at Jim, and he had scars and cuts, and he was swollen and bruised. And they said, "Hey, Dad, you're going to be great in Brazil." They said, "You just go up to anybody and say, 'You want to get in my business?'" They said, "It'll work." And it did. He did great. And, true beauty shines through. And to me, he's a beautiful person. And I'm just so excited and so proud of him. And ladies, you got one just like that. Every one of you have got a wonderful, wonderful husband. And I want to talk to you about them in just a second. I'm not going to take very long because I want to get Jim back up here for a few more minutes to visit with you before it's time to break this afternoon. So y'all just relax and always have fun with this business. I've got a little motto that says, "He who laughs, lasts." That's true. We know that. Some of us leaders have been around long enough to know that if you can laugh about it, even if it's a backordered LOC, or even if it's a no-show, whatever it is, no matter how terrible it can get in this business, if you can laugh, then you will last. And then we've all known a few people who couldn't laugh about it. They couldn't see the humor in this crazy business, and so maybe some of them didn't last. If they don't last, it's okay because they have to come back and get recycled. But, I think it's good, too, if you only have to buy one kid in your life. How many of y'all have been in this business before? We have. Well, see, for you all who haven't been in before, you might as well stay in because almost anybody who's ever been in that gets out has to get back in again. They can't stand it. I have a friend, I have a personally sponsored dear friend of mine, one of my best friends. They've been in this business 6 times. It's pitiful. I mean, they were the first couple we ever sponsored. They're one of the last couples we've sponsored recently. They just keep getting back in. But she has asked me, she said, "Please renew me." She said, "No matter where I am, what I'm doing or not doing, just please keep me renewed. I am getting so tired of having to buy these kits every year." Or every other year. We've been in a long time. I want to read you something that was handed to us to read to Cabot Roberts. He's the speaker of all speakers of the world. And when we were on stage, like at a Free Enterprise Day, they gave us this to read, and these words have stuck with me, and it fits so perfectly the leadership. You're diamonds. And some of you all, some of the emeralds who are working on this stage, and some of the 4,000s even that just came across, listen to this and think, is this going to be you? And think, could this apply to the work that you're doing in this business and the life that you're leading? To love the work that you do and those that you do it with, and to know that what you do will matter in the years to come. How could anything be more worthwhile and more fun? Think about that, to love the work that you're doing and those that you do it with. We do, folks. We've been in this thing long enough to know what it's all about. And there were times when we thought we knew what it was all about and we almost couldn't stand it. And there were times when it was so good we thought we couldn't stand it. That first big direct distributor refund check that came in, we jumped up and down on the bed. And we were so excited about that. It was just money. And now we look back, it was just a little bit of money. I want to say to you, no matter where you're sitting in this room, and some of y'all are sitting right up front, did y'all have to pay extra for a reserve for 6-month property? Aha. So they paid their dues, right? Yeah. And I got some diamond friends over here, and then what did y'all do to have to sit all the way in the back? Y'all must have misbehaved or something. No, you're excited. Usually the people that are way out in the ends, you know what they're thinking? I'm going to be up there next time. I'm going to get right up there in the front. And that's exciting. And I want to just tell you, wherever you are and whatever level in this business you are, we've been there. If y'all are brand new, and some of you are brand new and you've already sponsored 5 people and they're excited and you're going to go direct in 2 months, and we've been there. And some of y'all are so old in this business that you just can't even imagine that you're still here and it's not happening like you want it, but you showed up anyway and you're thinking, I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, we've been there too. We've been at every level in this business up to the point where we are now, and we've loved it all. There have been real struggles, and tonight we'll share a little bit with the struggle and the overcoming and the victory. But we had to be new 1500s before we could get here. And we had to be old pearls before we could get here. Old pearl is not a fun pen, okay? You can just be so old at pearl, and then everybody knows that, And some of you all may be there. Well, we were there for too long. We were in a pearl sandwich for a while. Our upline went pearl and our downline went pearl, and we said we were the bologna in the middle. And then we went pearl and stayed pearl for years, and then we got so committed. And we went emerald in 1 year, and we went diamond the next year. And that was a good way to do it. That was exciting. But no matter where you are, it doesn't matter, because we've been there. We've been through the worst circumstances and the best situations and the most excitement and the lowest times in this business. But I firmly believe that there's no better way to spend your time and your effort than being positively involved in the lives of other people. And I tell you what, I think God gives you a lifetime to live. And however long it is for each of us, and I think we have this lifetime on earth, and I think when you can become involved in other lives, and my goodness, with hundreds and thousands of other lives, I think that you get a whole lot more out of this walk on earth. I honestly think that all the lives that you're involved with enrich yours and deepen your experience and broaden your perspectives, and I think that you get more life. And I can't imagine living much more life than we do, because we have so many people who love us and so many people that we love. And we've just come from a family time, and some of y'all have already eaten turkey, and some of you got turkey to eat yet, and now Christmas is coming. A lot of you are going to be spending time with your family. Let me just say, be gentle with your families, because some of you have family members who are not involved yet in this business. Is that correct? Yeah, just maybe one brother-in-law here and there that's not seen the light yet. Be gentle with them, because they are still your family. And we, over the years, over the long years that we've been involved with this, have mellowed so much and allowed our family to be our family, even though some of them are not our business associates. And so during this time of the holidays, you can have wonderful, wonderful family times, and they all know that you're in the business, don't they? They probably already know. So you don't even have to mention the word. You don't have to, do product demos over the kitchen table. You can just kind of relax, because some of them, of course, will be involved later, and some of them may never. But they'll always be your family. And we have been so blessed, and through this business have been able to maintain some of the most wonderful family ties. And it's not just through the business, it's because of the business and because of what we've learned and because of the material blessings that we've gotten, that we've been able to support some of our family members and been able to have wonderful, wonderful association with our parents and been able to provide for our children, the grandparents, and we all live together on our farm, and we'll show you all that tonight. But it's real important to us. It's real important that for all the success and the money and the nice things and everything, that we still have this wonderful, wonderful family support. And you can have it all. You really can. Let me just end up by telling you three things. I read a lot. I read a whole lot about husband-wife relationships and a whole lot about men, because I really like men. I always have. Even when I was a little girl, I really liked boys. And I picked this one, and I'm real happy with the one I got. And I want to learn more. I'm always studying, always learning. Through a lot of that study, it's come to me, men need three things, and you kind of know it, but one of the things they need is affection. And some of you don't really think of affection, you just think it's, you don't think of that word when you think about what men need, but I really honestly believe, and I've seen it so many times, men need affection. And you give affection to a little child, and you give affection to your cat, and your men need affection. That's Patton. Yeah, see, she's just tweaking him on the cheek there, and he's so cute. and just a pat. And it wouldn't even hurt right now if you're close to your husband, if you just reached out and touched him. Make sure it's him, and just a little pat and a little rub. And some of you women don't do that enough. Just pat him like he's a little puppy dog or something, and he'll love it. And men respond to affection, and they need affection, and they need attention. A woman told me recently, and I understood exactly what she was saying, and it made all the sense in the world to me because I've been married to Jim so long. She said, if I'm sitting on the couch with my husband and we're watching a ball game and I'm petting my cat, he gets jealous. Now think about it. That didn't sound crazy to me because men want attention. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If you're going to watch that football game, you would love it if she'd just cuddle up and sit beside you and then jump up every 15 minutes and say, would you like a glass of water? Honey, could you? I got to get you a peanut butter sandwich. And ladies, you say, well, I'm not going to be a doormat and I'm not going to do those things. Listen, I am not a doormat. I never have been, never intended to be, and would not do it. But I sure do have a nice lifestyle, and I sure am happy with this sweetheart that I married. Girls, you marry your knight on shining, your knight in the shining armor on the horse or whatever, and that's your dream, isn't it? I mean, didn't you dream of being in love and marrying this wonderful hero? I still am married to the wonderful hero, the dreamboat, the wonderful, wonderful Superman. Why? Because I did some things to make it better. And because he responded, and then he did some things, and it goes back and forth. And it's 100% and 100%. And girls, a lot of times they say, well, what comes first? I'm not going to start treating him nice until he starts treating me nice and all that kind of stuff. Don't worry about that. Just try it. Just try it. It works, and you'll like it. And the last thing I think that men need is appreciation. And, they go out to work, or they have a job or a career or a profession, or they're building this business and they're drawing circles, and men want appreciation, and they seldom get it from the boss. They almost never get it from fellow workers. They get jealousy and backbiting and that kind of thing maybe on the job. They need attention, affection, and they need to be appreciated. They need you to say, I appreciate what you're doing. I appreciate you going out at night. I appreciate you hanging in this business and having a dream and building it. I appreciate the way that you relate to our upline. I appreciate the fact that you humble yourself and go for counseling. I appreciate the fact that you buy tapes and you listen to them. And I appreciate the fact that you're reading books, honey. Because people, I want to tell you, it's changed our lives. I honestly know that we wouldn't have had a marriage at this point. I don't know what kind of marriage I don't think we would have lived. Jim and I were going to kill each other because we were never going to get a divorce. But we were going to kill each other. So, one of us wouldn't have lived this long. And I want to tell you that because of this business and because of what I've been learning, and I'm still learning and still reading, y'all can stop patting back there. They haven't stopped yet. They're going, oh, I like this. But I want to tell you that there's nothing that can compare. I'm so excited to have in this few minutes to share with you, and I'm going to turn you over to Jim, and I want to be back with you tonight and have a little bit more time. I love you all. And I'm going to tell you, this man that's coming on stage, I love him, and I appreciate him more than words could ever say, because he's had a dream, and he's had a vision, and he's had such courage. I want y'all to welcome my husband and my honey, Jim. Thank you so much.